Hello, welcome, good afternoon, good morning, good day, good whatever fucking time of the day you're watching this. This is a video for Capricorns. Sun, moon, rising, whichever placement you've got, this is your general reading. It's basically timeless. Whenever you come across it, that's kind of when you're supposed to see it. I'm operating on some loose parameters here. Don't like rules, not making a bunch of them. So, let's get to it, I suppose. Let's figure out your general energy real quick, Capricorn. For the general energy that you're giving off right now, we've got the Page of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Right now, you're really trying to put your best foot forward as far as the core of you goes, I guess. Your stability has kind of been in question lately. Chances are, whatever you grew up thinking, this is stable, this is home, this is what life is supposed to be like, it's probably not actually like that. So now you're navigating through this weird space of everything being turned upside down. You're following your heart, you're following your head, you're going towards what feels good. You're not moving very fast though, but you are moving. And you do have your sights set on happiness. You're just not there yet. That's the only thing. I think you have the idea of happiness pretty solidified in your mind, in your brain, in your feeling spot. But as far as the practicalities of it, as far as actually implementing it and doing it, your life isn't really showing that yet. So let's see how that plays into what you're doing well right now. Whatever it is that you're going through, there's something that you're kicking some ass at. So we're going to figure out what it is so that you can give yourself some positive reinforcement, so that you can identify the things that are going right in your life and have a good focus in on them and make sure that you're nurturing the right stuff. So let's figure it out. Ooh, okay. So we've got Strength and the Fool. You're tackling some big shit, that's for sure. We've got two major arcana cards coming out for the things that you're excelling at. It's hard work going towards what you want. Once you figured out exactly what it is that you want to go through, that is part of the hard work. But some of the other hard work is staying true to it and trusting and believing and knowing that you're doing the right thing, that you're on the right path, that you're going the right direction. You're ready to go in a new direction at any given moment right now. Things may not quite be going the way that you thought they would go. It might even feel like you're being pulled into two different directions, but you're not afraid to try pretty much anything right now. You're up for a challenge, and that's really awesome. You're not being silly about the things that you're going to do though. They may sound silly or seem silly or not even seem very important on the surface level, but you're not making moves without thinking about them. Whereas maybe before you could have had this energy where you're 6 feet tall and bulletproof and you'll do fucking anything because you're sure everything will be fine. And that's all well and good, but that's not really what this feels like. This feels like you recognizing your particular strengths and using discernment on the things that you don't really want to do. Can you do it? Sure, but do you want to? That's the thing. You've got to figure out the shit that you actually want and make sure that you're only marching towards the things that you want. So let's figure out some stuff for you to work on, Capricorn. The Magician came out first, so let's see what else. Along with the Nine of Swords. Okay, and then the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Five of Swords came out together. You need to understand that you are in control, which is so weird that you don't fully grasp how in control you are with how confident that you seem to be right now with tackling things. Whether it's pre-existing tasks or new tasks that are coming your way, whenever things are coming up, you're handling them and you're handling them with relative ease. So if that's the case, I'm not really entirely sure why you're not trusting yourself. You're second guessing yourself. You're overthinking all of these things, but you don't have to overthink these things. You have to deal with these things. You're holding back your thoughts and your words and your energy from other people because you're thinking that it's going to be too much and too painful to go through. But that is just an assumption. You can't just assume that. Communicating with people and telling them your needs and your wants and your thoughts and your feelings, that's an act of love. Holding it back, holding it inside for this sense of false peace, you're not operating out of love. So why are you beating yourself up and holding in all of this poison when all that you need to do is just trust yourself and trust that you are in control of yourself? And that's fine. That's all you are in control over, and that's good. That's fine. That's super okay because you've got this. Your confidence feels so topical. It's not topical. It's not that it's fake. It's really there, but it's selective. It's selective confidence. You know that you're the shit and you know that you can do it, but you've got so many limiting belief systems and old outdated programming swimming around in your brain, muddying up the waters, that you don't even trust your own feelings on things. You think that standard, regular human emotions that we all have, that we all go through, that we all feel deeply and intensely are abnormal and problematic and hurtful for those around you. That is simply not the case. The people around you that you love and that you care about, that you believe love and care about you, do them that kindness of letting your thoughts and your feelings about things out. Don't hold it in for others' sake, because you're not doing anyone any favors. That's going to be one of the ways that you learn to trust yourself too, because part of the reason why you can't actually trust yourself is because you have so very limited feedback that positively enforces your power. And if you hold everything back, yes, you're gonna shield yourself from negativity or uncomfortable opposing thought or belief systems. I don't know what it is. I don't know exactly why it is you're holding it back, but it's not good for anyone. It's especially not good for you. And if it's not good for you, it's not good for the people around you, because the people around you deserve you at your best self. It's okay to be proud of yourself. It's okay to think that you're doing a great job. It's okay to talk about your successes and the things that make you happy. There is a difference between pride and arrogance and bragging. They are not all the same thing. So don't be afraid of doing that. It's all good. That'll help you learn to trust yourself. You've got to start learning to trust yourself. You are so powerful and you don't even see it. You are completely unlike everything around you. And you're so busy comparing yourself to other people, being upset about how you're not like them, when that's part of your fucking magic. That's part of why you're so goddamn great, is because you are nothing like anyone else. You are authentically yourself. And when you're hiding that away, that's so dumb. That's so fucking dumb. You think you're doing it so you can fit in with all these other people. You're not supposed to fit in with these other people. These other people are looking at you and how different you are, and that is a good thing. Set yourself apart from the crowd. Set yourself apart from your surroundings. Don't be afraid of doing that. Embrace doing that. Find what makes you unique so you can go through all of this, and then people will feel like they finally actually know you. So many people know you and love you and care about you without even knowing who you really are on the inside. And if they really knew who you were on the inside, they would love you so much more, because it's beautiful in there. All right, let's talk about some challenges that you may be going through. We're going to go over external and internal. We're going to handle external challenges first of all. So let's see what's fucking you up, Capricorn. This one didn't come out, but as I was shuffling, it wiggled its way right out the top of the deck. So we've got the Tower in reverse. But don't worry, we're going to clarify that. We're going to figure out what it is. And it's not too bad. We've got it in reverse. It's still bad. It's not bad. There is no good and bad. That's kind of an outdated dichotomy, but I digress. It's uncomfortable and difficult and challenging. Not bad. Let's see why the Tower is here for your external challenges. Oh, this is nice. So immediately after the Tower comes the Star, and then we've got the Ten of Wands. You're learning how to rebuild. I don't feel like you're going through a Tower moment right now, but I tell you what it does feel like. It does feel like you're going through what probably would have been a Tower moment in the past. Something that hurts, it's hard, it's difficult, it's challenging, it shakes up your shit. All the things that you built, they have fallen down. But this time you're landing on your feet. You've decided that you know how to land on your feet. You knew that this Tower was coming, and you're prepped for it. You're ready for it. You're going to be like a fucking cat landing on your feet. And immediately after that, you're going to be starting to get to where you're rebuilding it. It's almost like you're excited about rebuilding it. You're down. You get why that tower had to fall. You're not wallowing in the sadness of it. You're understanding the beautiful growth that is coming from that death. Whatever's transforming and changing and crumbling around you, you really are seeing it as an opportunity to start over. But you can't start over if you're still holding on to everyone else's bullshit. You're gonna have to put all that other bullshit down in order to actually do this rebuilding. You need your hands free to create your new existence. Whatever was taken away from you in this tower moment and in this difficult season that you're coming through or you're coming out of or that you're entering into. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. So my sentence probably isn't going to make sense anymore. You knew what was coming and you're choosing to see the beauty in the rebuilding rather than the ugliness in the collapse. But you're going to have to change the way that you did things, because even though you're trying so hard to build something new, everything around you and everyone around you is trying to get you to build the same thing that just got fucked up to begin with. And that's just a cycle. That's looping on something. That's playing the same song on repeat. And I don't really feel like you want to do that. This really looks like you want to move forward. You're ready. You understand that gulping this medicine down is going to be disgusting and it's going to taste awful. But you gotta do it. And you're gonna feel so much better once you get through that. You don't want to deal with everyone else's fucking opinions about it. And you're trying to care about everyone else's opinions on what you should do. You're sick. You knew you were gonna get sick. You saw it coming. You haven't been sleeping well. You haven't been drinking water. You've been working really hard. Everyone at your job is sick. You knew you were gonna fucking get sick. You know that you've got this cough syrup at home. It's going to taste like hot fucking garbage, but it's got whatever it is in it that makes you better. I don't know. Bear with me on my analogy. This happens sometimes. You've got that medicine at home and it's awful. But then every Tom, Dick, and fucking Harry around you is like, hey, that medicine you're going to take, my friend, did you know that it tastes fucking awful? Why don't you just do this instead? Why don't you try XYZ? Because that's what I did and it didn't taste bad at all. And look, it worked for me. So you do it and it's awful. It doesn't work for you. You're still fucking sick. And then you've listened to all these other people when if you had just done the shitty thing and you had just gotten over it and you just ripped that fucking Band-Aid off. This is a lot of medical metaphors and I know that they're not coinciding, but bear with me, it's fine. You would have been fine by now already. And that's what you're trying to do. So put everyone else's bullshit down. If they think they know how you should be doing your life, well, they're welcome to try it in their life. But here in yours, you're the creator of your existence and the way that you want things done that is best for you. You get to fucking do that. They don't have to like it. Shit, that was probably part of the tower coming down, was you listening to other people on how you should have built this tower in the first place. Or you building this tower to make other people happy instead of doing what you knew to be true. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I feel like, we're about to get into the internal challenges, don't worry, but like just based off this energy, I feel like the way out of this is just through introspection, for really examining what other people are telling you. You don't have to just immediately discard it, but don't just listen to other people because they think that you should listen to them. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Everyone thinks that they should be heard. Everyone wants to be heard, but you don't have to listen to everyone. Sure, you can lend an ear to everyone. You can honor their opinions and their perspective, but at the end of the day, you're the one putting in the hard work for yourself to make sure that the life that you're building up for yourself is exactly how you want it to be. And it can't be exactly how you want it to be through other people's perspective. It's just, it doesn't fucking work like that, okay? All right, let's see those internal challenges, I suppose. We've got Judgment in reverse, the Emperor, and the Five of Wands. I find it super interesting that for both your internal struggles as well as what you need to work on, we had fives come out. Fives are pivot energy. They are difficult energy. Right now, Capricorn, you are shifting and changing and transitioning. It's difficult. The way that you think and feel is evolving. It's changing. You're learning to find answers within yourself instead of other people. And that's a difficult process when you're learning to trust yourself and turn to yourself for answers, for validation, for advice, for whatever it is that you're giving yourself. And a little cheat code here to figure out what you can give to yourself. Whatever you consistently rely on other people to give to you that you do not give yourself, that's it. That's the thing. That's what you are 1000% capable of giving yourself, and that's what you need to learn to be able to give yourself. Anyways, I digress. Things are changing, and it feels like you're being really hard on yourself about these changes. It's like you're not who you used to be anymore, and that's a problem. But it's not a fucking problem because who you used to be wasn't actually authentic. Who you are now, who you're becoming right now, is exactly who you're supposed to be, who's your best self. We don't go backwards as people. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck where you came from. I don't give a shit if you have been a saint or a giant sinner this whole life. We go forwards. Do we backslide sometimes? Yes, of course. Always, everyone does. But as a whole, we are always changing and growing and evolving. So if you're being hard on yourself, like, oh, not me, I haven't even gotten any better. Fuck you, yeah, you have. That was aggressive. I don't mean it to be aggressive. I'm just really amped up right now. And I think that you should love yourself more because you're nice and you deserve it. And it's like stop compartmentalizing away the good things too. Capricorn energy is just fucking awful about compartmentalizing feelings instead of feeling them, especially with negative emotions, but with positive emotions too. Stop thinking that you're this giant sack of shit when you are so very clearly not. Who you're becoming is messy right now, but that's okay. Everything gets messy. Nothing in life is perfect. Being a mess is part of the process, and it's part of the beauty in it all too. Mess is subjective. Just because something is a mess to you doesn't mean it's a mess to everybody. I mean, some things, sure. I had to clean up a giant pile of runny dog dookie today, and that was a fucking mess. And I don't think anyone could find the beauty in that. But your life just kind of falling apart is a little bit different than a giant sack of dog shit. I say sack of dog shit. It wasn't actually a sack. I did put it into a bag, so it became a sack of dog shit. Anyways, lots of digressions. Oh, sorry. But the bottom line for what you need to work on internally is getting good with this new you, accepting this new you, being cool with it, and getting your brain on board with rolling with the punches. You've been adjusting pretty well, but there's just some stuck points that you're lagging behind on, and you can get through them. It's just a little tricky. You're feeling a little stressed about it, and I understand, and it's all right. So I kind of want to switch things up a little bit. This is the point in the reading where I typically talk about potential conflict that may come up, but that doesn't really resonate with me right now. I'm a Capricorn moon, so I'm allowed to change the rules as I see fit. And you gonna suck it up and deal, okay? That was weird. Sorry. I want to hear about the potential lessons that are coming through. What are the lessons that we're supposed to be learning right now? And then we can figure out how we should be navigating through this, because we know where we're at, we know how we're feeling, but why? Why are we feeling that way? What is the universe trying to teach us? What do we keep looping on over and over and over again because we just can't get it through our heads? First out, we've got the Chariot, the Six of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. The lessons that are coming right now are going to be having to do with learning how to shift that kind of false confidence that we talked about earlier into full controlled confidence. Not confidence in the outcome, confidence in the process, in the people around you, trusting in yourself, in the universe, in life, in all of the experiences that you are here to live through. You're going to be learning how to navigate through them. And I think you're going to be all right doing it. I don't think it's going to be as much of a big deal as it once was. It's going to be so beautiful when you can look back one day and reflect on whatever it is that you're going through right now and be like, fuck, dude, I nailed it. Nailed that shit. Other people, that'd have broke them. Me, other versions of me, that would have broke me. But you're also going to have to learn how to work together with people. This isn't just a solo journey. While it is a solo journey, you are only able to see things through your perspective. So you need to be open to what other people have to say. It doesn't mean that you have to agree with it. It doesn't mean that you have to believe it, but you do have to understand that there are other perspectives outside of your own, and there is value all over the place. When other people see things from a way that you don't see them, they can illuminate blind spots. It can help you see parts of your shadow that you just weren't aware existed. Other people can very often act as mirrors for us. Use it to your advantage. Mirrors can be topical. Mirrors can be very superficial. Mirrors can show you what you look like, what you present as. Mirrors can also help you strategize. They can help you see things that you didn't have access to seeing before through your perspective. They can help you figure out new ways to operate because you literally could not see yourself what you see in this mirror. To wrap all this into each other and get a little bit, I guess, a different perspective, if you will, we're going to go ahead and switch over to some oracle cards. First out is will, gratitude, trust, and the path. If this doesn't scream trust yourself and where you're going and know that everything's going to be fine, I don't know it fucking does. You're in charge. It's the same thing that we talked about before. You are in control. If you ever feel out of control, take a moment to look at what makes you happy. What are you thankful for? What's different in your life that you used to want, that you didn't used to have? Your surroundings, your perspective, your mentality, your thoughts, your feelings, the people, material things, money, jobs, situations, all of these things. There's been so many things that have happened to you that were never in your existence before, but they are now. Remember when you were in elementary school and you had some tough times? Because life is tough when you're a fucking kid, man. It doesn't matter if you had the best childhood or the shittiest childhood. There's moments where you just feel like it's awful and it's always going to be awful and it's just your existence now. And don't you just wish you could go and give yourself a hug back then and let that kid know that everything was going to be so fucking amazing? Well, you can do that and you should do that. That's called inner child work. Have a talk with your inner child. Understand that it all is going to be okay. It was all going to be okay then, and it's all going to be okay now. If you're operating from a place of love and kindness, mostly directed at yourself, and you're thankful for the things that are in your life, you're going to be led exactly to where you need to be. All the rebuilding that you're doing, it's part of it. It's taking you where you have to go. You're paving the way to your new life right now, and that's really fucking cool. I'm going to pull a few cards from the Moonology deck now. I find these cards are typically really good for affirmations, atta girls, things like that. Focus points. Let's get some focus points here. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. 3 new moons? Fuck yes, y'all. This shit that you're building, this path to your new life, it's gonna be so bomb. It's good. Everything's fine. You are so set. So stop stressing about the fruition of things. You're not in the fruition part of things yet. Everything has a season. Everything has a time. A flower does not bloom all year long, okay? Right now, you're in the start of it all. You just had the ending or you're just coming up on it, but whenever this ending happens, the ending is happening for this beginning, because endings always have to happen. It's the only way to have a beginning. Nothing can begin if everything else is still going. So let it begin. And finally, I'm going to shuffle out a card or two from the Angels of Abundance Oracle deck, and we'll wrap this bad boy up. Okay, well, this feels relevant. Ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped, and it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. Remember how we were talking about working with other people and getting a perspective from them? Help too. It's okay to receive help from other people. And you know what? Other people love helping. Other people love giving compliments. Other people love doing things for other people, so let them. You know those people when you say thank you for something and you give them a genuine compliment because you're just so happy with the service or the treatment or whatever it is you just received, and then that person immediately shits on that compliment? It doesn't feel too good, does it? Because you wanted to give that compliment. You wanted to do that. You wanted to be nice. When someone offers to help you do something, and you're like, oh, no, it's fine, I got it, I don't need any help right now, and you're clearly struggling, who are you helping by saying no when this person wanted to help you? Allow that help. Accept that help. I know it's hard to accept help sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. That's just bullshit negative programming, all right? Because we've also got abundance mindset here. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. And that goes right along with the gratitude, guys. Get in that gratitude mindset along with the abundance mindset. They're going to help each other out. They're going to play off each other's energies. When you are thankful for what you have, it allows more things to come to you because you're just in that feeling of gratitude and thankfulness. And you know what? The universe is going to dish it right back at you. I don't remember what the quote is. I have never read the Bible, but my roommate / best friend sure has. And she told me a thing that's in the Bible the other day about Jesus or God, you not being able to outgive them. Something like that. It's the universe. You can't outgive the universe. It's all energy. And whatever you throw out, you're going to get back. So if you throw out that abundance mindset, give it to other people, help others. Because, remember, we also had a time to give rather than take. That's a good way to jumpstart yourself into that abundance mindset. Don't hoard onto things. There's no use. Dive into the feeling of gratitude. Really dig your toes into the wet sand of it all. Things really aren't looking that bad this month, Capricorn. All in all, it seems a little stressful, but endings and beginnings is always a stressful thing. Even the people who are really good at change and really good at adapting, I'm pretty sure they still struggle in some way with change, because change, it's a difficult energy and there's nothing wrong with it. So don't beat yourself up over it if you're having a hard time. There's no need. So Capricorn, that's your reading. I appreciate you. If you made it this far, thank you so much. If you like my reading style and you'd like more like this for either zodiac signs, I also do pick a card, stuff like that. Go ahead, subscribe, like the video if you liked it. I'd love to read your comments if you feel so compelled. And I guess I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.